Hey, it's Lori Fraley. Thanks for joining me in Lolo's Kitchen. Today I'm going to share a quick video on how to prepare a beef stew using leftover prime rib. Prime rib is a fairly expensive piece of meat, so once you cook it, you want to make sure that you use all the leftovers. So today I'm going to use a couple of slices and the ribs that were left over from a dinner party I had a few weeks ago. I just took my leftovers, put them in a little plastic bag and put them in the freezer, and then I'd have them ready for when I need them. So I'm going to take those pieces of meat, I'm going to put them in a little broth, a little red wine, some herbs, spices, vegetables, and we're going to make a whole new meal. They don't call me leftover queen for nothing. So I have all my ingredients together. I've got my beef. I've got approximately 3 cups of beef broth, about a half a cup of wine. I've got some potatoes. This is just one large potato that I've cut in little chunks. I've got half of an onion that I've cut into small pieces. 3 small carrots peeled and cut into rounds. I've got a half a cup of English peas frozen and a half a cup of frozen corn. I got a little cornstarch, about a tablespoon, clove of garlic that I've minced, a little bit of parsley, and then this is just a 1/4 teaspoon each of dried tarragon and dried lemon thyme. These came from my garden and I just dried them. So let me just talk about the beef. So this is about 2 pounds of beef that I had left over. It's pre-cooked and it's still frozen. I got it from the freezer. You don't have to use this if you just have some leftover just chuck roast that you had or whatever you want to use. I just happen to have this, so this is what I'm going to show today. So I got my crock pot and I've lined it. I've got these great little slow cooker liners that I use, and they're really handy for cleaning up. So I've got my beef. I'm just going to place down in the crock pot. And this is the bones. These usually come on a prime rib. They're usually detached on the bottom, but they cook with it. And so the bones just cooking all day with the meat, it gives it a really, really good flavor. So I'm going to add my onions. Carrots, garlic, parsley, tarragon and thyme. Sprinkle that in. I'm going to add the corn and the peas now, but I'm going to hold out the potatoes until later. I've covered the potatoes with some water to help keep them from browning, and I like to add those a couple hours before I'm done because I don't want the potatoes to be really mushy. I'm going to add my broth. This is a great recipe for if you're really busy, you can get everything ready the night before and just put everything on in the morning and just let it cook away. And I got my red wine. This is just a red blend. It's slightly dry. Throw in a pinch or two of salt. Some fresh cracked pepper. I'm going to turn this onto high to start. And I'm going to leave it maybe about an hour. And once it gets rolling, then I will turn it down to low and let it cook 4 or 5 hours. And then we'll come back and put the potatoes and then thicken it. And it's going to be delicious. So my stew has been cooking about 8 hours. I took the beef out and I took it off the bones and cut up the other little pieces and tried to shred it a little bit. So this is our beef that we've got left. And then I added a little bit of water to our cornstarch. So I'm just going to put the meat back in. Add our cornstarch. And then since we have the potatoes in, and they tend to pull a little bit of salt as they cook, I'm going to add just a tad more salt. We will just wait on this to thicken just a few minutes and then we'll serve it up. So our stew is done. It's thickened up really nicely. We're just going to ladle it up. You could serve this over rice or even some noodles if you want. I just like it in a bowl. And there it is on a side of cornbread, and you are ready for dinner.